Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sumit Saran. I represent the American pistachio growers in India, and it's a beautiful, delightful day for me to welcome you all. Just wanted to show you one quick graph. This is what is happening in the pistachio market in India, and it's quite a revolution that is building up. If you see where we started, like 10 years ago, we were about 9,000 tons, and today, over 400% growth, we are close to 30,000 tons. What's new in this is the growth that you will see from the US. Pistachio is nothing new to Indians. Indians have been consuming pistachio for centuries, if not more. But pistachio was always a garnish. When the California pistachio industry came in, when the American pistachio growers came in, they've done is started making pistachio as a snack. And that's changing the complete dynamics of this. So if you look at the growth from the US, it's an absolute revolution in the making. From 2019-20 is when APG came into India, and the results are for you to see the kind of growth that has happened in the market. That's the structural on pistachios. The blue is the US market share and how dynamically it has changed. We still feel we are at tip of the iceberg, and there is large headrooms to grow. I'm extremely, extremely honored that the Deputy Chief of Mission of the US Embassy is here. I'm extremely glad that FAS team is here. I'm really happy that all my major importers are here. And I'm extremely proud to say that we have a grower from California in a lot of ways that embodies the India and US are connected, both economically but also personally. And I'll introduce to you all of them as we move along. So today is the day where the big thing that is happening is that India's topmost athlete, one of our icons, has decided to endorse American pistachios. Couldn't have been anything better, couldn't have been anything bigger. And we are delighted that he's here. We just shot the ad a week back, so unfortunately the ads are not ready. But I'll quickly give you a glimpse of what we have done, and then welcome him. Can we play that AV, please?
It has been our pleasure and our privilege to have signed on Mr. Jasprit Bumrah for American Pistachios. As a premier international sportsman, India's cricketing star and the spearhead of the team's bowling attack, Mr. Bumrah truly epitomizes the vitality and the energy of American pistachios. We have shot a video and a still photo campaign with Mr. Bumrah in Mumbai just over a week ago, presenting to you a sneak preview of the forthcoming campaign.
That's the power of pistachios. American pistachio, my go-to snack.
And so hold your applause, everyone, as I welcome. Is Jasprit around? Can I welcome him? Thank you, Jasprit. Real absolute honor for us. Thank you so much for endorsing American Pistachio. It's just an absolute honor. But before that, on behalf, the pistachios, of course, very, very delightful to us. But before that, on behalf of the Dry Fruit and Nut Trade of India, on behalf of my American pistachio grower, on behalf of the US Embassy, on behalf of all media and present, a huge round of applause for what you've done for the country. It's an To all my media friends who are present, there is a lot of questions that are asked about pistachios and why American pistachios, why California pistachios. So we've made a quick AV, it's a 3-minute video. It will be good for you to take a look as to what we are representing, what we are presenting, and what we are bringing to India. If we can play the AV, please.
We need to have as much exposure to pistachios as we can, and that's why I think APG is important.
APG is the most valuable entity for the farmers. I believe in co-ops, and APG is like a co-op to me. They are doing generic marketing, so they are promoting opening different markets for our processors, and so that as a result of India, they played a bigger role in India, China, and Europe. All those markets which opened up, that was the hard work of the staff of APG.
APG does collectively for us what we can't do ourselves. Governmentally, stuff comes down the pipeline and APG has their finger on the pulse.
It's more than just raising a commodity and raising a crop, but how do we get it to the consumers? And there's so much in between there that has to be done. And organizations like American Pistachio Growers, they're helping with that. They're helping with all those pieces. And they're things that people just aren't thinking about: the marketing, the nutrition side of it, the governmental regulation side of it.
It's a healthy snack, and now they're worldwide. The marketing team for ABG, they've been doing a tremendous job. There's a big world out there, so we've got to get the message out that pistachios are good for you. They're great tasting. I believe in the next 5 years you're going to see a little bit more growth with our industry, but I think there's enough market value out there to be able to handle all the production that's coming our way.
It makes it easy for us to go to bed at night knowing that someone has our back.
Thank you. And somebody who represents the American pistachio grower, somebody who represents the American dream. I'm delighted that Raj Udeshi, a second-generation Indian born in Chicago, who now grows 2,000 acres of pistachios in California, from Mumbai. It's an absolute pleasure and honor. Raj, if you can come and share your story.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, and it's an amazing moment for me to be here. As Mr. Sumit described, we do operate on 2,000 acres, about 2 hours north of Los Angeles, all pistachio. And we are investing, as we come into profitability, in digital monitoring, new technologies, mixed with old technologies like sheep grazing and regenerative practices that make California pistachios the best in the world. I brought my ranch manager here just before our harvest because this was really important to me. Michael, if you do have questions about sustainability and our operation in California with pistachio and the agronomy, he's happy to answer questions later. For me, the cultural story here was paramount when I was asked to come here and represent the growers. मैं इस खेत का भी हूँ और उस खेत का भी हूँ. Now, being born in America was an accident for me. बचपन से ही एक पैर इधर है और एक पैर उधर. And After having a life in different industries, I came to agriculture mainly because of pistachio. There's wonderful commodities being grown in California, 1% of the farmland of America and 25% of the output for the whole country and abroad now, especially in nut farming. But pistachios, more than berries or dairy or citrus, really spoke to me as a cultural tie, an identity reconciliation. I never thought it would go to this far to represent my fellow growers in my motherland, the land of my parents. And it is a breathtaking moment for me, for my life. So it's incredible that this exists. In terms of pistachio, that cultural part that resonates with me definitely resonates here. But in terms of the American growth trajectory, it is just like here, what you're seeing. Over the past 10 years, the amount of pistachio consumption is exponentially higher. And that is due to two things. Number one, it's a superfood, and the awareness and consciousness about what people are eating as opposed to soy, wheat, corn, and going toward real produce and real nuts, real protein. That's been incredible. We have a nutritionist, I'm told, that will be speaking today. And then the second one, just as important, is the sizzle. And the sizzle was through a sports connection. Every Super Bowl, an advertisement for pistachios was present. No other crop, it wasn't about eggs or avocados, it was about a pistachio commercial. And even in-store displays in America, basketball, the NFL, football, things that people are crazy about in the United States. Every sport, it's an unending obsession with sports. And so connecting pistachios, both with the nutrition for the athlete and cracking open a snack during watching sports. It's an incredible rise, and you have to see that the sports connection was the obvious one. So those things are happening here now with the involvement of Mr. Jasprit, and I just couldn't be more delighted because this market will only grow. And as you see, because of politics or climate, the other nations that supply pistachios from ancient times, it's not going to continue like that because of instability or climate. California is in a position to really deliver that for the whole world, and India is a market that where it's obvious that it's going to grow that relationship. So I'm just so happy to be a part of this and keep that childhood dream going of one foot in both places, east and west. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raj. Actually, Raj brings us to a very important point. To a lot of media, just for records, India does not produce any pistachios. So pistachios has always been imported. It's only now that California and the US is beginning to make a major place in the market. Raj touched a little bit about nutrition of pistachios. We have one very celebrated nutritionist of the country, Dr. Siddhant Bhargav. A lot of you might be very familiar with his work. He runs a thing called Food Darzi, himself a big celebrity, nutritionist to topmost celebrities in India. Siddhant, if you can quickly give people a brief on pistachio and nutrition.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to be here. I think people from the embassy, the growers, Jasprit, I'm just so happy that I've been associated with APG for a while now. I've been in the health space for about 10, 12 years, and it's only now that people have started taking inflammation very seriously. So of course, when APG puts out their communication, pistachios are a great antioxidant. They're great for inflammation. I don't think most people really know what it's about. You can always talk about how pistachios are a skinny nut. It's a complete source of protein, yes. But something that needs to be touched upon is inflammation. Let's talk about how over the last 10 years, general health has declined. Look around in your own families. People aren't doing that well in general. You've got joint aches, you've got headaches, you've got bad skin. All of this comes down to one thing and one thing only, which is inflammation. The air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat is not clean. I think there's no debate about it. 50 years ago, everything was cleaner, not today. Which means today you have to damage control. What is inflammation? Your body is constantly producing something called free radicals, which are creating havoc in the system. People have been blaming cholesterol all their life for a heart attack. Guess what? Cholesterol does not cause a heart attack. It's inflammation that causes a heart attack. Inflammation is responsible for creating these minor tears and breakages all throughout your body. And cholesterol is the savior that comes to stop these breakages and in turn gets blamed. So in essence, the American pistachio, the California pistachio, is a great antioxidant. It's high in vitamin E, which makes it super, super important for fighting free radicals. I think this is something that we must touch upon in all communication going forward also. Apart from that, obviously, I think pistachios have been neglected for far too long. Imagine an ounce of pistachios, which is 30 grams of pistachios. You can end up eating about 50 of them. Imagine eating 50 nuts, not feeling heavy, getting in 160 calories and 6 grams of protein. I think the age-old myth of nuts causing heat in the body, I think pistachio just crushes them all. So here's to eating more pistachios. And Jaspreet, it's an honor to be in your presence. I think each time you cry, you laugh, we laugh. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm honored that I'm standing in front of you, talking in front of you. And it's a great big deal for the entire American pistachio growers to have somebody like Jaspreet representing us all. Thank you so much, and great shoes.
Thank you, Dr. Bhargav, an absolute champion. And we're so grateful that you've taken. People like him don't talk about products without being 100% sure. He took 3 months to agree to speak on pistachio for the first time. But from the time he started, he's not stopped. So thank you so much. We are also extremely happy. Like I said, the Deputy Chief of Mission, Mr. Andrew, he's here. Sir, may I request you to come and speak a few words?
Thank you so much. And I think one thing Dr. Sid did not mention is that he and I both get our height from eating pistachios. So I'm just going to start that rumor right now. And Garth as well. Garth is our representative from the Embassy, U.S. Department of Agriculture, and he's even taller, so probably eating lots of pistachios. So it's a pleasure to be here today. I feel like I'm in the presence of Tom Brady. In my culture, this would be like having Tom Brady speaking. And it really is an honor to meet you, Jaspreet. It's great to share this event with you. I just wanted to start welcoming this pairing of this incredible superfood with an incredible athlete. This is one of the world's most unbeatable snacks getting paired with one of the world's most unbeatable bowlers. And just like Jaspreet's powerhouse moves on the field, pistachios are delivering a powerful punch with both nutrition and taste, as we talked about. But before I get further into that dynamite match, I'd like to give a special thank you and kudos to our friends, the American pistachio growers. It was great to meet some of you today. And thank you for bringing us together to do this powerful event. It's no coincidence that today's event is coinciding with the actual harvest of pistachios in Arizona and California and New Mexico. And the American pistachio growers, as we heard a little bit about, take great care to maintain the land and protect the environment so that the orchards and the ecosystem will continue to be productive and to be healthful for generations to come. As we heard a little bit, the American pistachio growers are proudly led and managed by their own members, people like Raj and Michael. And there are over 800 growers across those 3 states, including, as we've seen, some Indian-born or Indian-American board members and their families. Most importantly, these pistachios create business opportunities right here, and we have any number of Indian companies represented here, folks who process and package and distribute pistachios to Indian consumers. But in addition to the American pistachio growers, I just wanted to recognize Garth and his Foreign Agricultural Service team. I know here we have Joanna, Rihanna, and Shivani all with us. Maybe you guys could raise your hand. Thank you for helping us connect these two cultures. And I'm delighted to lend my support to honor these powerful business partnerships that benefit both American suppliers and Indian distributors. So just like the unifying power between sports and food helps to bring the United States and India together and to create deeper relationships. These types of commercial partnerships are real win-win agricultural stories that help bring our two countries together closer. And as we just heard from Dr. Sid, we're all better off when we snack on pistachios. And I was telling Jaspreet just a few minutes ago that I actually have a bag of California pistachios in my drawer that I use for my snacks at work. So just a nice connection to what we're doing here today. We heard about the antioxidant power of pistachios from Dr. Sid, similar to things like blueberries or pomegranates or cherries, beets, and red wine. And we know that pistachios give a complete protein serving, especially true for pro athletes who need to restore their workouts and their recovery. So it really is a perfect opportunity. Thank you, Jaspreet, for agreeing to do this. It's a great connection with sports and food. As you all know better than I, Jaspreet is one of the most consistent players across all three formats of cricket. He's one of the most reliable players. He's trusted by any captain to turn the game around when needed. But he also prioritizes healthy living, and this, I think, will make him a powerful contender in his sport for many years to come. Combining Jaspreet's unmatched talents on the field and the undeniable goodness of American pistachios, this truly is a match made in India and the United States. And it deepens both our economic and our people-to-people relationships between our two countries. So this U.S.-India partnership will only get stronger. This summer we celebrated together as the United States hosted and the Indian national team with thanks in large part to Jaspreet's heroics on the field, won the T20 World Cup. And in the United States, we're getting very excited about hosting the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. You may have heard that our ambassador had a little bit of something to do with that. And those games will be historic because it will be the first time that we are all able to bring back the incredible sport of cricket to the Olympics, the first time since 1900. So a really big deal. So with that, I'll turn it over to our newest American Pistachios brand ambassador, Mr. Jaspreet Bumrah. Come on up.
DCM. Can I ask you to be on the stage? I wanted you to welcome him with a bouquet of flowers, officially as part of the class. And now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor to welcome Jaspreet Bumrah. Jaspreet, welcome to the family. All yours.
Hello, everyone. It's it really feels great to be here, and thank you so much for the kind words and the honor that I receive right now. As an athlete, we are in constant search of protein, and I'm not a nutritionist. I didn't know a lot of details about all the minute details about nutrition, and I knew about pistachios. I know it's a skinny nut, and it gives you a lot of protein, but that's about it. But it's also a form of education for me as well to know more about healthy living. So when this opportunity came to me, I was more than happy because we as athletes are in constant search of protein. We have our protein shakes. We do add nut to it. So we add pistachios for more flavor. So it was an organic association as well. So couldn't be more happier to be here. And yeah, very excited for this association. As we got to know as well, we were in the US right now, and we played the T20 World Cup there, and we were really happy to, get a new sport to the country. We were very excited and happy to meet the people of America over there who were very fascinated by the sport and quite intrigued and asking a lot of questions that why is this happening, what is the buzz. So really happy and excited for the future as well, as the ambassador spoke as well, that the Olympics is there. That's something that we are very excited that cricket has never been part of the Olympics since the time I've come into cricket, and I've never noticed that. So really looking forward to that and very happy to be here, and hopefully the association goes strong between two countries, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jasprit. DCM, I'd like to request you one more time on the stage. Also the FAS team, and Jasprit, if you can join us. Unfortunately, like I said, we couldn't get all our ads ready, but just the print campaign that we shot only a week back with Jasprit. FAS team, please. Now we'll run it. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is you just have to give us the 20 seconds. बस वो ad release हो रहा है. All you have to do is click. These will be our 3 print campaign that will run. The video ads will be shared with you in a week's time. हो गया दादा? कुर्सी ऊपर. Looks pretty good now. Really good. And starting with tasty. So we are now opening the floor for questions. Jasprit will be there with us. Dr. Bhargav will be there with us. I have 3 requests for people. We have hand mics available. Please raise your hand. Somebody will bring you a hand mic, ask you questions. We have to be very conscious. We have to be extremely conscious that the only questions that can be asked is to be related to this media event, to Pistachios, lifestyle and nutrition. We will not be able to take any questions that are not about Pistachio, lifestyle and nutrition. So thank you for your understanding in advance. Okay, so we have 15 minutes with Jaspreet. Any questions? I see. Mics यहाँ पहले, up front.
Hello to everybody. My question is, how much quantity of pistachio we should eat, and what is the right time to having all the nuts and pistachios?
I think the quantity, the quantity depends on what your particular goals are. I think a very, very safe and recommended quantity would be at least an ounce of pistachios a day, which is 30 grams, which translates to about 49 to 50 pistachios, and that's giving you about 160 calories. So you can even actually incorporate up to 250 calories of pistachios very safely into your diet. So about 50 pistachios as a rule of thumb is what you want to be having. So you want to have this near the fatty meals of your day. So say you're having something with eggs or something with paneer, that's the time you want to add pistachios, because the vitamin E is going to get absorbed best when it's around a fatty meal. So I think you can do breakfast, lunch or dinner, does not matter. You can use it as a snack, does not matter. But for reaping the full benefits around a fatty meal.
There's a lot of innovation in America happening as the production grows. 1.6 billion pounds last year. We're going to touch 1 billion this year just in California and Arizona. And so you're starting to see products with that abundance, like pistachio milk and pistachio butter. I completely imagine one day pistachio pesto. Could you talk about side foods that aren't just the nut?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the idea is to start creating products from pistachios that just don't target the core nut. I think you brought up something very interesting, which is pistachio pesto. So pesto is traditionally made of pine nuts and basil, but I see no reason why people can't start incorporating pistachios in other aspects of their life. Jaspreet very nicely mentioned that they add nuts for flavor in their protein shakes. I think that's a great way. Adding pistachios to your dressings and sauces is a great way. I think the consistency of pistachios is great too, which means it can be used as a thickening agent also. So I think there are multiple ways in which it can be incorporated, and I think we're going to get to see a lot more.
So, okay, we will, 4 questions. Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Saurabh Singhal, and my name is Saurabh Singhal, and I just wanted to say that it has been really tremendous to get Jaspreet as a brand ambassador. And what I would like to say, if our ad campaign can be such wherein we can encourage more kids to shift from fat food to other superfood. As my son himself is a great fan of Jaspreet. And I know millions of children in India are his huge fans. So if we can promote a pistachio in a way where we can shift our kids from fast food to the superfood, which we all know is a good and nutrition value and is healthy, so that will be, I think, good.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, thank you for your kind words. I understand your concern as well. Me being a new father, my son is just 1, so I have not really reached that stage of fast food, but I'm very happy to promote healthy living and healthy eating as well. I feel that in moderation of everything, everything has a special role. Too much of anything can be, difficult, and when you have too much of fast food or too much of unhealthy food, overall development takes a hit. Your mind is not okay. You just don't feel very happy. So moderation of that is important. So I was very happy to be on board. When I was a kid, I was not very aware, because the awareness of healthy food and healthy eating habits came to us a lot later. When I came into the sport, I realized what is important. So for my son and kids, I will be able to help little earlier and make them understand what is important and what is important for the overall development of a child. So yeah, I think it's very important to spread awareness, and I'm very happy to be a part of it, and I'll absolutely try my best to, spread awareness and give the importance that is important for the development of the child.
I've got a 3-year-old daughter, and let me fast forward for you. It will be the best junk food for her. She'll think she's sinning, but she's not. Or your son, sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm more than happy. He's fond of food. He's just started eating solids, so I'm going to inculcate this as soon as possible.
Question for Jaspreet. Jaspreet, it's been a little more than couple of months.
Sir, if you can stand up, then everybody can see you.
Yeah. It's been little more than couple of months since you lifted that trophy. How has that break been? And the challenge of playing 10 test matches over the next 3-4 months.
Like I said, we are only taking questions related to pistachios or nutrition or health. No other questions, please. Yes, please.
Excuse me.
Last two, yes.
So my question is to Jaspreet. Hi, Jaspreet. So how do you add pistachios in your daily life as a professional cricketer? And your some favorite recipes that you go for daily uses, like using the pistachios, maybe?
So as I said, we are in constant search of protein, and we don't want to, increase our carb intake as well. So this is an organic association that, like I said previously as well, we do have our protein shakes, and we do tend to, spend a lot of energy because we are playing throughout the year. As you're aware, cricket is a sport in this country where we're constantly playing. We very rarely have an occasion of an off season, so we constantly have to be on the go, and diet also plays a crucial role. We add pistachios to our protein shakes, but I'm more than keen on knowing more recipes. I don't have any more recipes, but we use it that way. We use it as a protein source and to add flavor to our protein shakes whenever we get an opportunity to. So if there are more recipes, I'll have to ask him if there's more pesto recipes or any other way to inculcate this. I'm more than happy to take it in my diet and take it forward and share it with my teammates as well, who will also benefit with it. And a lot of the teammates that I have are always in search of plant protein, so I think this will be a great source for them as well.
Thank you.
I don't think anything can be bigger than that. Thank you so much. Okay, last two questions, please. I'll come to you, sir. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm the editor of Air India's In-Flight magazine, and I have two questions, if I may. Mr. Bumrah, you mentioned about awareness. My question was, now that you're representing such a brand and a very positive nutrition, not just to the country, how much do you think you will successfully influence your teammates to not just inculcate the lifestyle, but of course, go ahead and promote such superfoods and super lifestyles? And another question to Dr. Siddhan. Of course, you have been doing amazing campaigns to inculcate healthy lifestyle and break the notion. So pistachio, being a part of dry fruits, still needs a lot of education in the country. So especially with Diwali coming in the threshold, how do you think we can have more campaigns and education for the population to accept pistachio as a healthy food? It's not just the LDL, it's also melatonin that we are not aware of. So how do you think even for ambassadors like Mr. Bumrah and other travelers can accept the positive education through your campaigns? Thank you.
So we as as my teammates, all of us are fond of food, right? So the biggest tick mark for us is taste, and this ticks the box. So I think I will be able to promote it in my team as well. I don't know about so there's always a competition between batters and bowlers, but I can be well assured that all the bowlers would be keen on it, and I will make sure that they go for it and they also promote it as much as they can. But yeah, very happy to be on board, and we as people in the public, we know how spreading the right message is important, and I was more than happy to spread the right message about awareness and about the right knowledge. For me also, this is more like an education to know more. So if I know more, then I can spread the right message and give that knowledge to everyone as well and spread the right word. So very happy to be on board, and yeah, looking forward to all the progressions that we make.
A lot of it's the form factor. When you're cracking open the shell, as a spectator, that makes sense. It's about 5 seconds, 10 seconds per pistachio. But if you're an athlete on the run or ready to go at, between innings, Like just the kernels is perfect. You just pop the protein and you're gone. Yes. You know.
Yeah, so we might, when we use it, we might keep it open and store it without, the opening up of the shell. So we'll try to keep it, and whenever we get an opportunity in cricket, there are drinks.
They sell it
breaks.
like that now.
Yeah, so we'll take it on a go and take it on the field and try to get as much as protein as we can on the ground.
Also, if I may add, American pistachio is not a brand. American pistachio is an origin. We are saying pistachio grown in the United States of America. Primarily, it's grown in California. It's also grown in the states of New Mexico and Arizona. That's why a lot of brands that you will see will sell it as California pistachios. We are generically representing all pistachio grown in the US. Okay.
And yes, to answer your question, I think that he answered your question also. The way you create awareness is by having superstars like him being so relatable and accepting about the product that they're actually being here, to promote. The things that he said are so relatable. He spoke about taste, he spoke about protein, he spoke about nutrition, he spoke about health. I think these are the kind of campaigns that are going to get the entire India to start talking about pistachios. I really don't think if 5 people like me were to come and preach about how pistachios are healthy, it doesn't go through. We might be the educators, but it's people like him who can really create positive change. And I think campaigns like these are supremely necessary. If the health landscape of a country needs to change, it's sports people like Jaspreet who end up changing it.
Hello. Hi, Jaspreet. Here at the end, towards the end. Hi, Jaspreet. First of all, congratulations for the fantastic World Cup victory. You have been a serial partnership breaker in your career. This is a different role now. A partnership between American Pistachios and Jaspreet Bumrah. So how do you see this as, you have already talked about being one of the being the influencer for people to adapt to this healthy lifestyle. So how do you see it? Can we see a repeat of that Lord's partnership between you and Mohammad Shami, and this time it will be Jaspreet Bumrah and American Pistachios?
See, that is not only in my hands. I'm very happy to be here, and I hope this partnership continues, and the awareness and the right message is spread. It's very important that, as we got to know before as well, that health has to be taken care of and the right message has to be spread. The awareness part is very, very important, because sometimes you're not aware and you sometimes tend to eat the wrong food. So I'm very happy to spread the right message and to give more awareness and bring the overall health to a better place in our country. So very happy to be on board, and hopefully this association becomes stronger and we'll be able to make people more aware, and the healthy lifestyle will be inculcated by everyone.
Thank you. Okay, the last question here and then we're done. Ma'am, we'll take it one-on-one. Yes, sir, last.
Well, my first question to Jaspreet. Very nice to see you here on the panel. Tell me, Jaspreet, pistachios are supposed to be a great mood swinger. Have you ever realized that having pistachios actually helps to swing your mood as you swing the ball?
Swing my mood? This is new information as well. But, if this does really help to change your mood, sometimes, as I said, we are new parents, so my wife does a lot of heavy lifting. So if she's in a troublesome mood, then I might offer her some pistachios that will help her mood to be a little lighter, because I understand being a mother is a very difficult task, and she's doing a phenomenal job to help her a little bit to get in a lighter mood. So yeah, good information for me. I'll try to use it in my life as well.
And one more.
You've got to prevent hangry.
And to Mr. Siddharth, as a person who loves eating pistachios, I have a guilt feeling that there's a lot of salt also going inside me. How do I balance that? A lot of the pistachios that we eat here in India are salted, So, yes. So when we eat pistachios, there's a kind of a guilt feeling that I'm taking more of salt, How do I balance that?
So I think there are 2 ways to answer that question. One, you have to be mindful about the amount of salted pistachios that you're eating. And part 2, I think there's a way to counter it. Salt is sodium, what you can do is have things which are rich in potassium to sort of offset the bad effects of sodium. So something as simple as coconut water, something as simple as bananas, they're a great way to offset the amount of salt that you're consuming.
Also, this is a question that we get asked, so if I can just take 2 minutes on it. If you look at the pistachio, 70% of salt is on the outside, on the shell. When you deshell it, the salt has not necessarily gone into the pistachios. Also, there are pistachios in the market available which is non-salted. So if there is some concern with sodium, you can always buy non-salted pistachios. Okay, so on that, okay, last one. No more after this, please.
Yeah. Hi, Jasprit, first of all, congratulations. This is Shazia from Sports Tak and Aaj Tak team. 2-3 questions. First, how much of importance is given to nutrition in the Indian team, since you've been a part of the Indian team since a very long time? The second question would be, if you had to give American pistachios to the Indian team members, who would that be? And if you have to give American pistachios to the Australian team members, because the BGT is scheduled to take place from November, who would that be? So 2 questions. And the fittest cricketer you've come across.
See, you asked few questions, so I might have forgotten the first question.
First, how much of importance is given to nutrition in the Indian team since the time you've joined the Indian team?
It's very important. Few years back, all of us, there was a fitness transition that has happened in the Indian team, and nutrition plays a big part. Yes, you can train as much as you want and you can do whatever you want on the field, but if you're not taking care of your nutrition, some part of your recovery or the overall growth will be hampered. And we as athletes, as we keep getting older, we have to cover all bases. So nutrition is a very important aspect in our sport. I think nutrition is a very important aspect in life as well, because it does play an important role in the overall productivity of a person. So yes, it's very important, and we do try to find all healthy options, so that will help us prolong our career and serve the country and enjoy the sport as long as we can. So it's very important, and we will promote it even more. And as my teammates, I'm sure everybody, even if I don't say, because of the taste, they will obviously have pistachios and consume it to the best of their capacity and how much they want. And about the Australian team, I don't know if they have pistachios they want to have, but the offer is open. They can have it and enjoy it and try to enjoy it as much as they can.
Who's the fittest of all in the Indian team?
See, I know the answer that you're searching for, but I would like to say my name because I am a fast bowler. I've been playing for a while, so trying to being a fast bowler and playing in this country in the heat takes a lot of requirements. So I'll always promote fast bowlers, and I'll always take a fast bowler's name.
Thank you for that lovely question. Thank you for that lovely answer. I think let's wrap it up. Now there is a request that I have for all of you. This is a promise that I've made to Jasprit. He's done many events in the past, and always when we do the photo op, there becomes a chaos. So what we promised him is that he'll stay in the center. We'll call table-wise. Each table will come. There is 2 stairs. Jasprit will be in the center on the first stair. The tables will come and just stand behind him. There is no requirement for any selfie. We have our official camera team here. We will send you a framed picture to each of you personally. So this is my promise to him. This is my promise to his team, and my request will be to respect that. So Jasprit, if you take 10 minutes of your time, I'll call table-wise. If you can be in the center. Can I request this table to start? Thank you so much, sir. Gurinder, can we get that table, please?